thing with these smartphones is you can record anywhere, anytime, any place. So there's some thoughts and opinions that may help, may not. Take it as you will. Cool little trick for your filters. I use Lee filters, and Lee do these little pouches that hold 3 filters in. They're only cheap, nice soft cloth. May sound really anal, but I've got a few of them. One I put my clean filters in, and then when I go to the beach and I get splashed on by seawater and all the rest, when I finish with a filter, it goes in a different pouch, which is classed as my little dirty pouch. Makes sense, doesn't it? You don't want to put a dirty filter back into a clean pouch, because if you go home and clean your filter and put it back in a dirty pouch, it's going to get dirty again. Zip-oo. When you do long exposures, light can get in the back. And what Canon do, and I presume other makes do it, is on your camera strap they give you a little thing like this, which you take your eyepiece off, and this here slips on there to stop the light getting in when you do a long exposure. Light bounces around the prism and all the rest of it. Absolute waste of time trying to get one of them on there when it's cold, you're outside and it's windy. Nightmare. So I never put one on anyway, because you don't really need it. Take your eyepiece, get a bit of plastic and stick it over the eyepiece. So when you do a long exposure, nice big and chunky, easy to get on there. No light can go down inside. Easy. Best solution I've found so far for cleaning my filters and my lenses. Focus, focus, focus. Absolutely brilliant. Best stuff I've ever used. When you're working near the sea, always take a bottle of water with you to clean off your tripod legs, because the salt water kills them. Charge your batteries before you go, because I've just found out they're not very good when they're flat. I think the only real way to appreciate landscape photography is get up before sunrise and stay out till the sun's gone down. Best times of the day for light, brilliant. Someone gets you a new tripod for a present, birthday present, Christmas present. Don't get rid of your old one. Keep that in the boot of the car. That one comes out when you're in salt water. Old one for salt water, nice new one for not salt water. Simple, lasts longer. Someone looks at your picture and says, oh, it's been photoshopped. Just ignore them. Just plebs. When you're working by the sea, bring loads of cloths, because you get covered in spray. Nightmare. Go into your camera settings, save file as RAW. You can save it as JPEG as well if you want, which is cool if you're used to shooting JPEGs, but I spent years and years just shooting JPEG, and I've got so many good pictures on the hard drive, which I wish I'd shot in RAW, because a RAW file's just got so much more detail and you can do a lot more with it. You can play with a JPEG a little bit, but you can't push the boundaries too much, not as much as a RAW file. If you don't know the difference between JPEG and RAW, when you take a picture and save it as a JPEG, the camera's had a little bit of a play with it. It's got rid of this, got rid of that, sharpened it a bit, pinched the best out of it, I suppose, and then that's what you're presented with. A RAW file is a digital negative. All the information's there. When you open it on your computer, it looks pretty flat, pretty boring, but then when you've got your RAW software to edit it in, Lightroom or Adobe, whatever, you've just got so much more information, so much more detail, and at the end of the day, you'll get a much better picture because you've got more information to play with. If you haven't got your camera set up to record RAW, do it. Just shoot RAW. You've got to shoot RAW. It's not like memory cards cost a fortune. If you find you're getting loads and loads of RAW files, just buy an external hard drive and chuck them all on that. You can have a Hasselblad, you can have a Phase 1, you can have a Canon, a Nikon, a Pentax, Panasonic, but it ain't no good if you're at home. You need to get outdoors. That's where the fun is. Just arrived at a shoot, quality location, and my tripod is not in the boot of the car. What a tool. Don't forget your tripod. If you've got any spare memory cards, chuck them in the bottom of your bag, because the amount of times I've gone home, taken my memory card out of my camera, downloaded the pictures, gone out on my next shoot, and forgot to put the damn card back in my camera. Whenever the missus comes back with a new set of shoes, as they always do, in the box, you'll find these. Keep them, lob them all in the bottom of your camera bag. So if any wetness gets in there, if it gets moist, takes the moist out of the air. You don't want it going in your camera. No, I've said it before, but I'll say it again. Landscape photography is about being outdoors. So calm you could hear a gnat fart. Think of something else. Sometimes you lose your mojo, which is a real pain in the ass. Either you're having a crappy week at work or the weather's been really bad. I'll set myself a little challenge. Think, right, I'm going down the beach and I'm only going to take one lens and my camera, and I'll just chuck like a 50mm lens on, which for me, being a mainly landscape photographer, 50mm lens I hardly ever use. Used to use them for weddings a lot, and it's amazing. Makes your brain switch and you just look at the landscape completely different. So normally I'll see pictures, it's a nightmare because I'm out walking around and all I see is pictures. There. I wish I had my camera, But if you lose your mojo, just set yourself a little challenge, and it just kind of kick-starts it, puts a spark back into it. Try going out after we've had some really bad weather, hail, storms, because we get plenty of bad weather in this country. After bad weather, good skies, good pictures. Yeah, can't beat a good blow. These are absolutely brilliant, and I never wipe the lens until it's had a blown. Always a good idea to keep a bin bag in your camera bag, because when you take your camera bag off and put it on the floor, the bit that actually touches your back is what gets dirty. So you pick your camera bag up off the floor, which has been on the dirty floor, and it gets your back dirty. Come on, people that make camera bags. That's bloody obvious, isn't it? Got a spare camera battery? May as well leave that in your bag and all. It's no good at home when you get out and your battery's flat. You need it with your camera, not at home. I'll stand to be corrected. They do make bags that face the other way. Cool. Don't copy other people's work. If you want your work to stand out, you want it to look different to someone else's. I mean, there's going to be the time where sometimes it's going to be from the same angle which someone else has took a picture. That can't be helped, but don't copy someone else's work because it won't stick out. Waste of time. If you're out on a night shoot and you're walking back to your car, keep your tripod in your hand, don't put it on your back. So if someone tries to mug you, you can batter them, because these heads are pretty sharp and I reckon that will hurt. Bucker, I'm as grey as a badger. How you doing all? Just want to say a huge thanks to everybody that's watched me first 4 or 5 videos. You know, the tuition based ones. Yeah, cool. Cheers, really. Hope you enjoyed it. Me banging me gums, really, and see you in the next video, which will be out and about. Cool. Cheers. Bye.